many of these equations can you solve, where in each of these equation the symbol greatest of x with bracket of x represents GIF. Are you confused? This greatest integer function. So you select the questions of your test and try to solve and check out of 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so here we go with the solution. Let's pick up the most easiest one, and this guy is the most easiest one, which goes to x square plus 2 into 30x plus 30 square, and that's yay for me because I have finished this off. This is going to be x plus 30 whole square is 0, so x equals minus 30, and one question I can't. Let's try some other question. Okay, so I'll try some second easiest one. This one is x plus 30 whole square, greatest is 0. It means this stuff must go from 0 to 1. 30 whole square must dance from 0 to 1, which means x plus 30 will range from minus 1 to plus 1. Clearly, so x can run anywhere from minus 31 to minus 29, and we have infinitely many solutions for this because we have minus 31 to minus 29. We have infinitely many answers. So again we killed one more. This one was killed, this one we killed. Okay, so now it's a tug of war between three of them. Well, which one to try? Which one feels easier? Let's try the red guy. Let's try the red guy. So greatest x square plus 60x plus 900 equals 0. Okay, what we know about greatest x? It's all integers. So this is going to be some integer. This is integer. That forces 60x to integer, right? So 60x must be an integer, which doesn't force x to an integer because x can be 1 by 60, 2 by 60, 3 by 60. So it can be something over 60. Of course 1 by 60 will not satisfy the equation. In fact, none of the positive root is going to satisfy any of these equations. No positive solutions can work for any of these equations because these are positive, 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 and that will never die. And same you can do for all. Well, if 60x is an integer, so x must be in the form of some integer by 60, so n by 60. Now what we can do, you can put x equals n by 60 in this expression and try to play a little bit. Hopefully you solve this. What I'm going to do is I'll solve the hardest among this. So yes, this is manageable somehow, so we kill this as well. Let's come with more killers. Okay, what about x square plus 60 greatest x plus 900? Well, again this is integer, so this guy is integer. It means x square is integer. If x square is integer, this must be positive integer. Well, what else we can do? If x square is integer, can we tell x is an integer? 1 square is integer, 2 square is integer. It feels yes, 3 square is integer. Oh no, root 2 square is integer, root 3 square is integer. So we can't tell x must be an integer if x square integer. Okay, so we have to think something else. Either now we can take x as some number n, which is an integer, and plus some fraction, which probably goes from 0 to 1. And I can take possibly here positive integer because any negative value is not going to hit this, and that will bring an equation in n and f over here. I know f is a fraction, so that must be forced to lie between 0 to 1, and maybe probably will make fraction equals something containing n square blah blah integer, and this is from 0 to 1. That forces the integer to be 0 to 1, and possibly we can solve for that window. Well, so this can be done, it feels. Of course I'll tell you the method of this just now, how exactly to do this question. Moreover, graphically also it makes sense because x square plus 900 is something like this, and greatest x, as we all know, will be a step function. If I multiply with 60, probably it will just go down to 60 stairs, and there will be many solutions. So we get like definitely 1, 2, 3 or 4 we can see. So there will be many solutions. Like quadratic, it's not one which was the most easiest one. So quadratic equation has got maximum 2 solutions, and we see we are having infinitely many solutions for this problem. Even we have so many solutions for this problem. This was having exactly one solution. This one seems to have exactly one solution, and we killed with n plus f method. What about this? Oh, that looks simple. We have missed it because greatest x, if I take as t, is just a quadratic. T square plus 60t plus 900 equals 0, right? So that gives, if greatest x is t, it's just a quadratic. T square plus 60t plus 900 equals 0. That gives t equals minus 30. It means greatest x equals minus 30. So how many values of x is there? Well, minus 30 will work. What about minus 29? That will not work. Minus 31, that will not work, right? Okay, so if I take some minus 29.5, will it work? Its greatest is minus 30. Yeah, if I take up any particle in this region, it will be pulled to minus 30. What about if I go in this region, anything less than minus 30, let's say minus 30.01, that greatest will go to minus 31. So the answer will be everything x will work as long as it is from minus 30 to minus 29. Usually this is the wrong notation. We write minus 29 to minus 30. Okay, so we kill this also. It feels easy. Now we are left with the just one question, and let's see. Now we are left with just one of them, and let's see if we can kill this. Let's come with the same idea. Greatest of x square. It feels like we'll have some curve like this because of evenness. Evenness means even function. 6x plus 900. Oh my god, that will be something like this. So again, there feels so many solutions. Do you feel it will be too less, like 3 or 5 or 10? Maybe my graph is not up to this scale, so maybe it grows fast, or this line is just like it's cutting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 solutions or 8 solutions. Without solving this, can you guess like how many? What will be the upper bound of solutions of this equation? So this seemingly a renovated, updated quadratic. What do you feel it has potential and occasion of giving how many solutions? 10? Well, 9? No. Okay, more than 10? How much? 20? 20 feels too more. Here is the answer. What if I tell you it will give you? That's a surprise. And here we solve this question. So let's come with the thought process. Greatest of x square is some integer. 900 is integer. So can we tell 60x must be integer? Of course, yes. Integer plus fraction plus integer can't be 0. So this guy must be an integer. Of course, it must kill these two. If these two are positive, 60x is the only guy who can kill them by being negative. So clearly x has to be a negative integer. Not only a negative number, but negative integer, right? Anyway. So how to do about this problem? Here if I take x equals integer plus f, x square is going to be integer square plus f square plus 2if, and its greatest of x square, I can't definitely tell is I square, because f square plus 2if might cross 1. Maybe even a fraction is 0.9, so whole square plus 2if might cross 1. So how to go about it? And here we go. And I've already made a solutions for you. So let's say x square is some number in the universe, any number in the universe. So it will be composed of some integer part and some fraction part. Here we are quite lucky because we know the x square is non-negative. So n must be a positive integer and y is a fraction which will range from 0 to 1. And now in the second step, just I'll put x square n plus y in the equation above. And what we get is n plus minus 60 root n plus y plus 900 equals 0. Because you can just check the equation, this will become just n, and since x square equals n plus y, so x equals plus minus root n plus y, and minus root n plus y is discarded because x is a positive guy. Well, so far so good. So this is the equation that I'm having in my hand. Note n plus 900 is positive, so we'll discard the negative sign, right? Now it's nothing but simply square both sides. You club n and 900s, and plus 900 square is 3600 and plus y. Now this seems a quadratic equation in n, and now it looks good. N is an integer and y is a fraction from 0 to 1. Just plug those values. So this will evaluate 20 square plus 9 square plus 1800 n minus 3600 n equals 3600 y. That gives you a nice quadratic which evaluates to, this is a perfect square part, just n minus 900 by 60 whole square is y. Now we know n is integer and y is from 0 to 1. So this guy y, which is n minus 1, 900 by 60 whole square, must lie from 0 to 1. It means n minus 1 by n minus 900 by 60 must dance from minus 1 to 1, which forces minus 900 to dance from minus 60 to 60, which forces n to dance from 840 to 960. And n is an integer, so now we have got discrete values for our answers. N can take 841, 842, 843, 844, blah 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 blah, 901, and so on till 959. And total, how many solutions were there? We have 959 minus 841. Well, that's 118 and plus 1. So there is 119 solution for this equation, and that's really crazy. I hope you must have enjoyed. In the next lecture, I'll come with a very important JEE topic, which is Newton's sum. We'll not only see the essence of Newton's sum, but also with beautiful problem. We'll kill it using proofs, using essence, and using some of its beautiful applications. Until then, take care. Bye.